Yes, we are back. We are live. Josh and Isaac. It's Sports Jazz, everyone. It's an afternoon, very bright. Of course, it's Baleba here, Baleba there, Baleba yesterday, Baleba the other day, until we got that record signing player. United is not turning down. I've seen news from, is it Man United News, Evening News, something like that. Samuel Lucas saying United are preparing to hold on until next summer. Then there's Garnacho to Roma. It's really advancing so well. Then we also have the likes of, Jadon Sancho to Roma, Garnacho to Chelsea. It's advancing, although the amount is really, really low. 35 million pounds. I hope United turns it down.
No, we shall turn it down.
Karel Malasia, there's news. There's a bit of news. We are not so sure. Anyway, once again, guys, please do subscribe, turn on your notifications. Road to hit 5,000K, guys. Please do subscribe. We need 5,000 subs. Isaac, Josh, we are in the building, and welcome yet to another Carlos Baleba episode. Josh, what up, man?
I see something good happening. Something good is happening. Carlos Baleba United bound. Pray for us now, bro. I'm good because I'm about to break the bank to get Carlos Baleba in.
Once again, guys, please do subscribe, turn on the notifications. Josh and Isaac, it's Sports Jazz. It's a Friday. Let's have some fun. Get into the comment section. Say what you want to say. Talk about Man United. How are you feeling about the game on Sunday? Are you prepared? Your predictions, where we're going to finish on the table. Is it going to be bad? Are we winning the EPL? Is it top 4, top 6? Same position we finished last time. Let's know. But right now, Josh, news coming in. I don't know whether I should put it on screen, but news coming in is Man United are prepared or are preparing a record-breaking bid to test Brighton's resolve for Carlos Baleba. United have told Brighton and Baleba that they are ready to make a record bid that will be in excess of 100 million pounds. That is courtesy of United forever, and still from Graham Bailey. Well, at least that's news, Josh, because a few minutes, I would say approximately an hour ago, there was news of United are ready to wait until next season to bid for Baleba. That was Samuel Lucas. United are really interested in the player, but as things stand, it looks like he's really quite expensive, and they're not willing to pay that, and they have to wait for next season. So I don't really understand how it makes sense next season. If a player gets better, what guarantees do you have that United is going to get him? What if you finish? I mean, what if you perform the same way you performed last season? And the likes of Liverpool, the likes of Bayern, the likes of Real Madrid, Barcelona, Josh, I know you have reservations on Barcelona. What if all those teams step in and they say otherwise, and they're also interested in the player? I mean, it doesn't make sense. But once again, please do subscribe, Josh. Your views, the Carlos Baleba transfer saga.
Like I told you, I see something good happening. That Carlos Baleba guy will end up being a Manchester United player because Manchester United has continued to have frequent communication with Brighton over Baleba's a potential transfer, and together with his representatives, he remains a key focus to Manchester United and the things they want to do going forward. While Brighton are reluctant to sell, United are exploring the possibility of a deal potentially linked to player sales. It might be difficult on the onset, but eventually we have to find a way to actually get this guy in, because with this guy in, the manager really thinks that he gives his side a chance. We've done all the good work up front, and if the missing piece is Carlos Baleba, then try whatever you can do to get him in. I know I read the reports of we might delay the move until next year if it's necessary, because we've spent heavily, but I think that's just a bluff. I mean, we're just
but why would a reporter, Josh, why would a journalist come out with such news? I mean, I want to call it fake news.
Yeah, because he's in a position that does not really make decisions, but he can affect the trajectory of that conversation with whatever he says on the subject. So I think he benefits more with his media company from saying the things that he says, because it is not far-fetched for even a regular fan like me to imagine that the deal will be so complicated that United might wait out and do the deal next year. I mean, it is not gospel truth from like the people at United that this is the position. But you can see that if we're already intending to bid 100 million for a player and Brighton is reluctant to sell, you can always say that maybe it is possible that the deal won't happen and it will be next year. But for me, I don't. If the deal doesn't happen now, that is not the player.
When
Then
are
we
we
should
going to get
sign.
him? Exactly.
No, then we
Exactly.
don't
If it
get him
doesn't
next year.
happen
We
this
get
window.
another player next year because he
Exactly.
has to come this window. That's why I call it a bluff because we have seen with the three players we've already signed that we've
Mm,
been very meticulous in the way we've handled our business. We've taken our time. We've had conversations with the representatives of the players. The player has made it known to the club that he chooses United, and then we've gone in for a bid. RB Leipzig, okay, Brighton, unlike the three teams we got players from, is
yeah.
reluctant to sell. But
Mm,
RB Leipzig was not very keen on selling Benjamin
Shesko.
Sesko,
Yeah.
though the agreement was there with him that he would be moving this season. So it's a bit different. However, Brighton is a selling club. Manchester United
Exactly.
is a buying club. So I mean, we have to buy Carlos Baleba, no matter what it takes. £100 million is good. If Declan Rice was never worth £100 million, but the value of Declan Rice to
To
the
the Arsenal
setup at
team.
Arsenal, yeah, to the
Yeah.
setup at Arsenal was worth spending 100 million to get that player. I mean, when you buy a player £100 million in the past, you would be looking at a player who is going to give you what 20 goals a season.
20,
But
20 plus goals.
none of the players that have been that have cost clubs 100 million plus even score 15 goals a season. However,
Exactly.
they make the team tick. When you look at Moses Caicedo, when you look at Enzo Fernandez, when you look at Jack Grealish, all these players, I mean, they just make, apart from Jack Grealish,
Florian
I mean,
Vitz. They
yeah,
just paid for a record fee.
Florian Wirtz. I mean,
You
he
know,
doesn't have to score
he's a
15 goals,
midfielder.
but
Exactly.
yeah, but he makes the team tick. And if Carlos Baleba is the guy that is going to make Man United tick, adding athleticism in the side, where the manager has believed that he needed a midfielder who is more athletic to be able to do the job that he does, I think you break the bank and you bring in Carlos Baleba. And
I,
besides, it is already rumored that they will allow us to do the deal the way we want the deal to be done. That is pay in installments for a player. I mean, if
mm.
we're only paying 20 million for a player now and we amortize the deal for 5 years, I mean, all we have to pray for is that he fulfills his potential at United and maybe doesn't break a leg.
Well, and not even to forget, Josh, he's just 21 years old. Okay. His contract, I think, ends at the moment
2028
2028. Yeah,
with
with
a father,
Brighton.
yeah.
And as you've been giving examples, Liverpool just broke the bank, world record signing fee for Florian Wirtz. We saw the amount of money that Chelsea paid for Caicedo. On top of that, we're looking at other transfers. I'm talking about the midfield. I know different
Yeah,
positions,
Enzo
especially
Fernandez.
yeah, Enzo Fernandez, Josh from Benfica. You also have Pogba back then, from was it from Juventus? So
Yeah,
if you have this kid, I mean, he's ready. He's EPL proven. He's showing you he also wants and he's interested in joining Man United. Remember, this whole transfer window, United has only gone in for players with concrete what can I say? Oh, approval or
resolve of
evidence
joining the
of
club.
joining. They've not going in for any player if they think he has second doubts. That's why they left Gyökeres and turned to Benjamin Sesko. All these players that have joined United have left clubs that have European football, clubs that finished way above Man United, and they've joined Man United. They're interested. So now, for those of you who are saying otherwise, about the for those of you who are saying otherwise about I mean, Baleba joining Man United because he's costly. The price is way over through the roof. I mean, I still don't understand. Who are you going to get? I mean, if you're saying we wait until next season, it doesn't make sense. Who's going to be there for you waiting until next season? Yeah, a club like Madrid comes in and unsettles the player completely, and guess what? They will even take him for a much cheaper price, you know.
And they will have won the Champions League or something.
Exactly. Exactly. So I don't really understand when people say that. So again, I don't understand
No,
the
we
motive of
get him
Samuel
now.
Lucas saying that United is ready to wait until next season because they've spent a lot of money. They don't have money right now. I mean, we're trying to sell off Garnacho to Chelsea. We're trying to sell off Sancho to AS Roma, and it looks like things are proceeding, advancing so well. Things are going so well. Things that we are signing new contracts,
Do
by
you
the
believe
way.
Sancho is going to join Roma?
I know that's a worry. That's why I'm staying
I don't
optimistic,
believe
George.
it.
I'm
I don't
staying
believe it.
optimistic.
I,
And by the
I
way, news is
Sancho.
Roma is already
Hmm.
it's ready to bid, including everything, 20 million pounds for the player. But now it remains
Are
with
they
Pep
ready to
if he's
pay
ready.
his salary
Well, maybe he's ready to turn it down, George. Sorry, to reduce.
to reduce his? Even
Mhm.
with a reduction, I don't think Sancho is ready to get a reduction.
Well, he has to. Yes, we are tired of him. We don't want him anywhere around Manchester United. We need to get things moving. We're struggling now to sign
He can play PS
Baleba,
the whole year and get his money. All
but
he
from
has to
what
do
I
is train.
understand, from what I understand, Man United are entering concrete negotiations and have already agreed personal terms with Baleba, and who's open to the idea of moving to Old Trafford or joining Manchester United.
Manchester
Just so we
United.
await to see the waters going to be tested next week on Monday. I don't know, but I don't even think he's going to feature over the weekend. Do you think he's going to play?
No, he won't.
I also
But
don't think
that
he's
would be
going
that would be very telling. But I
to.
don't think that he will. I don't think that he will, but I hope that he does. I like a player whose mentality is so strong that he can carry on with other things. But it will be very telling if he does not play for Brighton in their game over the weekend.
Well, they might come out and say Baleba has missed because he has a knock. And if it's a knock or he has a minor injury, just know that minor injury is Omar Berada.
Yeah. And Manchester
you know,
United, Omar
the
Berrad and
Manchester
Manchester
United.
United.
Once again,
No,
guys,
but
please do
I
subscribe.
think we shall have
Subscribe.
our man. It might take
Mm,
longer than we want it to take, but United is
mm.
willing to pay £100 million for Carlos Baleba because when you look at the market, you see, you might say this is a lot of money and he's not proven like the players that were bought before. But when you look at Enzo Fernandez, he's turned out to be quite a player. He was not proven. He was not proven, and I think they bought him
Okay.
even before the World Cup. They didn't buy him after the World Cup, did they?
Well, let's
Just
wait and see.
remind me, but I think they did. And Moses Caicedo, yes, he did play for Brighton. He had two good seasons there, but he hadn't. He wasn't the guy who was taking the Premier League by storm and stuff like that. However,
Mm.
he was very, very
But you can see he's
special.
really doing so well. He's really doing
And he
so well,
was
George.
so special in the things that he did for Brighton that in your side, you wanted to have a player like that. Now, the best players are the ones who cost the most money. Okay.
Hmm.
Now, if the best player is a CDM, he's not going to score 20 goals a season, but he's going to make your team tick. Now, if Carlos Baleba is the guy who is going to make us look a certain way, then he's the player that we must have
Look,
because we've done
as you're
every other
saying,
thing right.
yeah, and I understand Amorim made it clear to the board, he wants Baleba at Manchester United. I think he sees him as a
We
key
shall have
piece because
him.
we all know Carlos Baleba is a dynamic central and defensive midfielder, Josh. He can be a
Yeah,
box-to-box midfielder, high
true.
work rate, excellent in space occupation, Josh. Strong ball winning ability, covering the ground, aerial
Carries
balls,
the ball
Josh.
very well.
Exactly, carries the
He
ball very
dribbles
well,
for
excels in
fun,
individual duels.
physical.
He's everything that Man United. I mean, he's resilient, just he's resilient physics. So, I mean, he has all those attributes. So, I understand if a manager like Amorim says, "Look, I want to get this player. I want him, whatever it is. Make sure you have him. I want him part of the squad." And you've already done so well up front. I mean, you've signed Mboma, you've signed Cunha, you've signed Shesko. So, and the midfield to me and the goalkeeping positions are the ones lacking, are the ones worrying. But with the goalkeeper, it looks like we are going to have to eat a humble pie, Josh. And
Yeah, we're most
after the
likely to
Baleba
sign
signing,
Lamens.
sorry,
We're most
Lamin,
likely to sign Lamens. Yeah,
that is if it comes through, Josh. I'm not really so
yeah.
certain that
No, if we get Bayinda out of the door,
mm,
we're most likely to sign Lamens because he's not expensive. There's not too much trouble in there, and yeah, he might be a player we get as a backup.
yeah, maybe as a backup. But yeah, midfield wise, we need to get Baleba. We need to get Baleba. We need to sort out our midfield just because, see, like the game we're going to play on Sunday against Arsenal, you
Yeah.
compare our midfield and their midfield, and it's a problem.
No, you see, that is the problem that you do have with
No, no,
comparing
no.
our midfield with
Okay,
their midfield,
Josh,
because our midfield plays as a unit. It's not just the midfield too.
Josh, whether we play
Yes.
as a unit in the midfield or not, what I'm trying to say is,
Yeah.
um, um, at the end of the day, it's a midfield. You get,
No. Yes, but
regardless
we
of the
are always
formation,
yes, but
regardless
we
of
are
the
always
formation.
going to look. We are always going to look short on paper.
No, okay, Josh,
Any midfield, because the other midfield will have a number on us. Okay.
mm,
So we are always going to look short on paper with or without Baleba. Even if Baleba is the one playing with Bruno Fernandes in midfield, there will be 2 against 3. So on paper, you always say, "Oh, look at United's midfield. It just has the 2 players." Okay,
but
even if it's Manu Ugarte and Baleba, it always looks short because it's against 3. But when you look at the style of football that Ruben Amorim plays, you realize that at certain points of the game, you might have 4 midfielders, you might have
yeah,
5 midfielders, you might have three
mm,
midfielders. You
mm.
see, so
At
then
one
it
point,
becomes very strong. So
at
you
one
have to
point,
look at it from that point of view.
at one point, the central CB can even advance.
Exactly.
It goes
Yes.
right there in the to play as a third midfielder. But look, Josh. Anyway,
Exactly.
regardless, Josh is still midfield.
Or
But I think
or
sorry,
Matias Cunha
mm,
or Brian Mbumo often drops
falling
to
back.
collect.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, as I was saying, well, it's still going to be a huge challenge, Man United. The midfield. I really think we would have done so well if we had Baleba, because I see Zubimendi, I see Declan Rice, then I see Martin Odegaard. Bro, that is one hell of a midfield, like it or not. And you see, Josh, you talked about Arsenal breaking the bank, 100 million pounds for Declan Rice,
Declan
and you
Rice.
said maybe he wasn't worth it, but you can see why Ateta was interested in him. You
Yes,
can
yes,
see why
yes.
the manager
I,
has
I, I
rather
wanted I
pushed so
wanted
hard to get
Declan
his
Rice at
signature.
I wanted Declan Rice at United, and I remember
At some point, I also did.
my Arsenal friends used to tell me, "It's like United is so underwhelming. I mean, how can you be on the market for a player like Declan Rice today?" They want to tell me that Declan Rice should win the Ballon d'Or
No, whoever
because he
says
ended up at Arsenal.
no, whoever says that needs to chill, needs to lay back. But yo, once again, guys, please do subscribe, turn on the notifications. Agent Dre in the comment
Agent
section. I don't
Reyes,
know why
yeah,
you pissed.
man.
I don't know why you pissed, Agent Dre. Relax, the
He's
boy is
pissed
coming. The
because
boy
he
is coming.
doesn't see Baleba, bro.
Look, yeah, Joshua was saying. So, I mean, the same thing goes for Chelsea. They broke the bank for Caicedo. Enzo, by the way, Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez,
Yeah.
both in the midfield. So
Actually, they
you
did
can
get
see the
Enzo
improvement.
Fernandez.
Mm,
They did get Enzo Fernandez, okay? Then Enzo
mm,
Fernandez didn't really cut it. Then
mm.
there was another
Correct.
player who was that good, and they needed him. They also brought him in. So I mean, they got 2 players at almost 100 million each, and look
Mhm.
at them now. For me, actually, it is Chelsea that I am having
Worried
to
about
win the
next
league
season.
this season.
And they have
It has
depth
it
when it comes
has
to the midfield. They also
they
have
have
Lavia.
squad depth. They have a lot
Mm.
of squad depth in their squad, so they won't have a lot of trouble playing so many games.
But anyway, Josh, I really think if we went into this game and the one we're playing
Yeah, I
this
would, I would I would also not sign him. I don't like players who don't come and you eventually sign them.
he'll never
Is the
come.
money going
Exactly.
to is he going to be cheaper? He cannot be cheaper.
Nobody wants to join. The good thing, he wants to join Man United. Forget about the journalists. They're all making noise. They want
Yeah,
to
yeah,
be.
yeah, 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 yeah. They're they're
Forget
they're,
about
they're making a story. They're writing a
if
story.
if it's not Ben Jacobs who has done so well this transfer
What do you
window,
mean, Ben
especially
Jacobs? Fabrizio
coming.
Romano or
I'm coming to the
Einstein?
Italiano. I'm coming to
Oh,
the
the other
Italiano.
guy, India,
Listen,
India,
yeah,
India something.
those
That's the
two.
guy who's been breaking the Carlos Baleba
Yeah.
news, though.
But I'm saying if it's not Ben Jacobs, I say Ben Jacobs because he has done so well this transfer window, especially with moves related to the Premier League. If it's not Ben Jacobs, if it's not David Oinstein, if it's not the King of Kings, Fabrizio Romano, if it's not, there's another guy called Jan. There's another called Jan. He's German.
Ian
He's also very good.
Volt
Yeah,
something.
yeah. He's very good.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
barely says it, but he's very good. And
yeah.
maybe
But
Andy, who has been
you know
so
that
into with the Brighton, breaking Baleba news. If it's not any of those guys, forget about the Samuel Locatelli
you
rumors.
know, yeah. You know the most interesting thing about David Austin.
Gawe
He,
Dre, Gawe, he's saying
hello.
Obidien Dre. Gawe.
David Oinstein, he doesn't say shit.
No, he only
I
tweets
mean,
when he
he
knows it's
comes,
right.
he tells us what's happening, he's gone.
He's gone, but he goes back to
He's
his
gone.
hibernation. He
Fabrizio
goes back to
Romano can give you some Chumvi, some,
yeah,
some
Miguesu.
Royco here and there, some,
Yeah.
he can smooth, make it a bit interesting. He keeps tailing you. He gives
Mm.
you updates here and then. They might be the same, but you want to hear them. But David
Yeah.
Austin, he says something about United and Carlos Baleba. Just know that's game.
Look, I'm really really hyped up. I can't wait for next season. I'm just a bit sad that we might I actually think we might sign if everything goes well. We might sign Baleba as he might come in towards the end of the window. Something
Yeah,
that I
me
thought
too.
wouldn't happen. But I'm so happy with how Ineos has conducted business this time around. Because they got Cunha before even the season ended. If you remember, Josh, in
Yeah.
July. Then they got this other, was it in June, July anyway? Then they also got Mbomo done. They got, and I liked the efficiency. I liked the speed they used to sign Benjamin Sesko because I was worried after that Mbomo deal took almost 45 days. So I thought this would also drag on, but it was a week. The other week, he's done. Here we go. We have him. He's doing medical. So let's start with the Baleba thing by Monday. There's a bid rather placing just to shake the waters, to test, sorry, the waters at Brighton, to shake the tables.
Uh,
Hopefully, things go well. What is Khadeli saying?
Kedali. Kedali is saying that we're looking at Quinton Timber. That's my guy.
No,
That's
no, tell me, tell me.
Jurian Timber's brother.
No, until I see something from
Yeah, no. No, yeah. Steve K.
Khadeli,
Steve K.
until I see something from Fabrizio, David Oinstein, those guys I've talked about. I'm not. I'm
Yeah,
not
I
giving up.
mean,
I'm not
Steve K
giving up.
doesn't have street cred.
I, let's wait and see. Once again, guys, please do subscribe, turn on the notification. Josh, while we're still on Carlos Baleba, it looks like Roma is advancing with Jadon Sancho. They are ready to pay in excess 20 million pounds, to get the player's signature. And looks like the only part waiting, or the only bit waiting, is from the side of the player. That is Jadon Sancho. And we know how this has always gone. We've seen it with Juve. There was rumors with Napoli. Then there was Fenerbahce. Which other team, Josh? I don't know. Chelsea at one point. Who were
Besiktas.
even? Do you know that Chelsea was ready to pay 25 million pounds to Man
Yeah,
United? But
yeah.
this guy refused to reduce his wages, and they were ready to offer around I think 180,
Yeah, 180.
and it looks like he wasn't coming through. So it's a bit, sorry, it's a bit annoying that didn't go so well. But let's wait and see, because I still think Sancho is taking his time. He's trying to drag on the deal because he still wants the money. But from what I understand, personal time shouldn't be an issue. Uh, I mean, I hope he goes. I'm tired of him.
I know.
I don't see him staying at Man United. Khadal is saying Timber is good.
Yeah, Timber is good. Timber is really good. Quinton Timber. He's Jurian Timber's brother. and he's a midfielder. He plays for PSV. He plays in the Dutch league, but he's a good footballer. He's good. He's built. It's just that Carlos Baleba is Carlos Baleba has played in the Premier League. He has at 21 years old. He's a much better prospect than Timber. But Quinten Timber is equally a good player. You would love him. You would love him. Dre, I want to see anyone who is not Baleba. Hi, Isaac and Josh. How are you? Jacob Ramsey doing his medical with Newcastle United now and on his way to Newcastle United now, and Wisa should sign for Newcastle. Yeah, Jacob Ramsey, at least that would be a steal. You should be happy that something positive is coming your way real soon. Sancho has agreed personal terms with Roma. I doubt that. Sancho is a guy who is very, 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 very stubborn. I don't think that he wants to move this season. I never watched Timber. I've watched Timber, but when he's playing for the national team, which is not regularly, but he played in the Nations League a couple of games. But he's robust. He's a good player. He's a good player. He's a guy you would want to have in your squad. But Carlos Baleba is a guy who's played in the Premier League and stuff like that, so you would rather have him. Watch the EPL and UCL. Yeah, sometimes you can have PSV. I don't watch. Yeah, but he's a good guy. He's a good guy. Busy Icon Music. What up, bro? What up, bro? We fine, man. Remember to subscribe.
Shout outs to you, Big Icon Music. Shout outs to you.
Shout out, shout out.
Subscribe. Yeah, Josh. Then you also have rumors of Garnacho advancing, personal terms already agreed with Chelsea. He's supposed to be joining, but the only disappointing bit is, that Chelsea is not willing to pay up to 50 million pounds.
And United is not willing.
35 million pounds.
And United is not willing to take anything other than 50 million pounds.
And they shouldn't, Josh. That is a joke,
Yeah, it's a joke.
They shouldn't.
They sold Noni Madueke for 52, bro. We've forgiven you that too. Just pay the 50.
Not even Noni Madueke. You have the likes of Elanga. Very many players are coming in.
Chelsea in particular. Chelsea in particular. That's the same ilk of player that Garnacho is. The Noni Madueke, Garnacho, Elanga, same pool. The other ones have a bit of more experience than him, but same average footballers.
It's just annoying that Chelsea are valuing him around 30 to 35 million pounds. You have Omari Hutchinson. You remember him?
Yeah.
38 million pounds, Josh. I don't think he was better than Garnacho.
He is better than Garnacho. He is better than Garnacho is shit, bro. He's better than Garnacho 100 times.
You have an issue with. You remember back then you even said 50 would be a steal for Garnacho.
Yes, at that time. It is. It's the market. It's the market that actually.
When is his contract expiring?
I think 2028.
Okay, correct. How old is Garnacho?
22.
Okay, very good. Do you think there's?
How old is Omari Hutchinson?
Around there, somewhere there, or even
same. Yeah.
Josh. But do you think does it give you glimpses of a player who might turn out to be a world beater?
No.
Yes, well, me, I do. I get it. You look at Gittens, 55.
Gittens is dope.
Jacob, Josh, with you, anything to do with Garnacho, you don't like. Look, I don't like his ego.
Wait,
I don't
you
like
can't
his
have
manners. I think he's shit.
Let me tell you some.
When it comes to football, I know he can.
Let me tell you something. There's no football that you can play. There's no football that you can play when your head is not right.
Okay.
You're going to end up. You're going to. So can you forget about Sancho's antics? Because he has the talent.
Sanchez is an idiot, Josh. Because
exactly, but you can't forget about his antics because of his talent. Yes.
Under the loan thing, when they did so well in UCL, I still think he was mid. We saw
him. He was mid. It's the believe you me, the media, the English media, because a player left United, even if he scores a goal, they will tell you that since he has left United, he has become so good. You get? They told us how Jadon Sancho had become so good because he had left United. The guy scored 3 goals, bro. I mean,
Look, Joe.
the guy scored a goal in the whatever in the Conference Cup,
Yeah, but he's
and
still
to
sorry. I know
date,
you don't like
and
Garnacho.
to
He's
date,
still shit.
is shit. But the guys will tell you, those pundits will tell you that, by the way, this guy is so good. He left United, he went to Chelsea, performed so well, scored a goal in the conference. What the hell?
No,
A goal?
but but I still insist Garnacho can be a better player. He has very bad
He
manners. He's
cannot.
an idiot
I
with
don't
how
think
he
he
acts
can.
and everything. But are you saying that 35 million pounds is justified? That's how much he's worth.
Yes.
No, no, no,
However,
no, no,
however,
no.
however,
However,
look here.
Elanga
The
is better than
market.
Garnacho. 55
Yes,
million pounds. What?
yes, yes. Those guys perform.
Tyler
Ganacho does
Dibling,
not.
55 million pounds.
Now
Yes,
Taylor Dibling, you can see he has more potential than Ganacho has.
you
He has a
guys,
he has a
you
better
guys,
football brain than Ganacho
you
has.
just hate
Ganacho
on
does
Garnacho.
not have Ganacho does not have a good football brain.
I'm not a
He
fan of
does not.
Garnacho right now, but I don't think he's worth that kind of money they're saying. He's
35
not worth.
million is actually, they should give us 40.
I need two powerful midfielders like Baleba and Ederson. Ederson will be very nice, by the way, in United's midfield, but I think you can only. By the way, just that would be a great one. That would be a great
It
combo.
cannot. You see, those are wishful. That's wishful thinking.
No, no, I'm
Our
just saying.
midfield has, yeah, but our midfield has space for only one player.
Yeah,
Because the other player is Bruno Fernandes, and he has to start.
the market
So
is a
we're looking for
one
one
player.
player.
Khadali, I'm with you. I do agree.
Exactly,
Then
the market, but not the quality of the player.
what is Icon Music saying? I know he's saying Ganache is not because he came back in the comment
Garnacho
section.
is a flop. Okay, Garnacho is better than Madrid game.
No,
He's
no,
not.
he came back and said not. I'm not really so sure. Khadali says
Garnacho is
Ganache
not
misses
better
a lot.
than Madrid game.
I agree he misses a lot. I agree. Look, I want him to
No,
leave. I
but
want
see,
him to leave.
Kedali says Garnacho is a flop. He will flop in Chelsea. 25 million or 35 million will be good. And
I
35
disagree.
million is actually good. The thing
I
is,
disagree.
because
I
of the
disagree.
market, because of the market and the trends that have happened since the market opened, we sell Garnacho for 50 million. But that is a
I
steal.
disagree, Joe.
That is, believe me,
I
that is a
disagree.
steal.
I mean, if you have Bournemouth just trying to get a deal done for Ben Doak, with Liverpool, and he's around. Do you know him?
Ben Doak.
Yeah, or Ben
No,
Doak, Doak. Do you know him?
no.
And the package is 25 million pounds, and you're saying Chelsea values Garnacho
25
30 million
million
pounds.
pounds.
That's a joke.
Yeah, Garnacho, bro.
Josh.
Garnacho,
Come on.
40
Do you know
million
that
is
guy? Do you
enough.
know the player that I just mentioned?
I don't know, Doc.
And it's valued at, and they are closing in 25 million pounds. What a joke.
Yeah, I may
Seriously.
not know the guy, but the guy could be quite something
What do
better
they
than
take us?
Garnacho.
What do they take us for?
Believe you
No,
me,
that's
I mean, or any of the players that moved for 52 million, 55 million, and blah blah blah. It's just that right now they're the same. They're almost the same. They almost have the same output like Garnacho. But other
yeah.
than that, yo,
Adel insists
Garnacho is as.
Garnacho is
I think
good.
Garnacho should just stay at United and they loan him to Lucerne.
Look, exactly. That's what I was going to say. If Chelsea is not willing to meet
Yeah,
uh
50 million.
50 million
They throw
pounds,
him in Lucerne.
let him loan.
He,
Rather, let Garnacho be loaned. No,
yeah,
any better team, so that his value
Leganes.
raises.
He
Josh,
goes to
he's
Leganes.
pure profit if he's sold. Let him
Yes,
be
when
anywhere
you
who
pure
wants.
profit, even 35
Yeah.
million is pure profit.
After after all, it's just what he's just on 50K per week. That is
Yeah,
something
yeah,
money.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know, Rather, I was really surprised he's on 50K a week. I think that's why he's making all the drama. But
No,
because remember
50K
his
is too
contract,
much.
he should be on how much? And
50K. It
Baleba
should
is
be
on
on 50K.
12K at
Yeah.
Brighton.
No, actually, no, it's not on 12K. As in,
Yeah,
it is so demeaning that they say it's under 20K. As in, they can't even tell you. They just have to say under 20K.
Damn,
because because they don't want to say the 12K.
man, I can't
But bro,
wait. I
the guy
really,
has just played one season, and
I know.
he's going to have a tenfold increment of his salary if he
I, ca-
comes
I,
to
I,
United.
I cannot wait
Tenfold.
for Man United to officially announce the signing of Carlos Baleba, because I
Yeah,
think if Amorim gets Baleba, we are going to find the balance of the team that is missing. We are going to be doing so well. We are going to beat teams. We are going to compete. We are going to get back into the top six, like it or not. That's
yeah.
what I think, Josh. So I just can't wait, but I'm staying optimistic. Fingers crossed. I mean, I'm looking out for that signature. I don't know how fast these guys can expedite the process. I know Brighton is going to. By the way, they're so good at selling players.
Yeah, yeah,
At
yeah, yeah.
good
But we shall
prices.
get it over the line.
I hope we do. I
I
hope we do.
strongly believe we shall get it over the line.
Exactly, Hadali. Exactly, Hadali. He says Baleba is a dream player, bro. We get that man there in our midfield. Give us Arsenal, give us Chelsea, give us Liverpool, give us Real Madrid, bring
And
Bayern Munich the next day, and we shall beat everything.
the problem is we're taking longer to sign him, and my manager is a guy who wants a player to be fit and
Mm.
both physically and mentally. I mean, we can get him in, and he first gives him a bit of a month or
Oh,
two
by the
to
way,
3 weeks. Yeah.
I hate that about Amorim.
No,
We
but you
saw
can't hate
Estavao.
it.
Is it
You can't
Estavao?
hate it. You
That
see,
guy's
you can.
the
Yes,
Brazilian.
Estevao. Yeah.
They signed him today. The next day, he played and even scored a goal.
Yeah,
That's what
you
I
know
expect.
why? Because Estevao had been playing at the Club World Cup and his fitness was at that level. You look at Brandon Mbumo's fitness, you can clearly see that he's not on the same wavelength with the rest of the players. Even Ahmad Diallo, he's playing, but you could see that his fitness levels were not right there.
Man, I don't want these guys messing around because we need that signature. We need and we need him playing, Josh. If he signs, uh, anyway, he even missed the last game. When they said he has a knock. Again, I still insist that knock is Omar Berada. That knock is Wilcox. That knock is Vivel in the background trying to get things done. So I'm staying optimistic. Fingers crossed. And about the by the way, Josh, about the game against Arsenal. Shesko played with the under 21s behind closed doors. I understand he performed well, but I think he's still behind as per the team. Do you think he's going to start, or he might come off the bench, or he's going to be
Mm,
in the stands?
He should start. He'll definitely make the squad.
You're
He'll definitely
optimistic.
make the squad.
If he makes the squad, then Baleba, as soon as he comes, okay, give him a week out,
He'll
and
make the squad. He might not start, but I do believe Rasmus Hoyland will start ahead of Shesko. But
what's up with
Shesko will
AC
come on
Milan?
and
There were
score.
rumors of personal terms not being an issue, with Erasmus Hoyland at one point that
Did you see how the
he's ready for
CEO
the
how
project.
did
Then the former manager.
did you see how the former CEO was crying? He was like, "What the is wrong
I
with
know
this
he was
kid?"
brain. What's wrong with this kid? If AC Milan comes for you, you
I
have to
know
say
you.
yes. You don't even take a second thought. Who are you to say otherwise to make
I
AC
know,
Milan
like
wait? You don't
who
make
the
AC
fuck do
Milan
you
wait.
think you are, man?
Yeah,
This
but
is
Rasmus
SC.
Højlund, I understand his whole idea was to stay at Manchester United and fight for his place. But I'm really
There is no
happy.
fight.
I would be very, very happy if he joins any. Okay, if he leaves Man United on loan or permanent, either way. Because I mean that would also give space for the key Chido Obi Martin Josh to get more game time. And
Yeah.
we need him. We need him very, very
And
fast. We need
Chido
him
is a
at
better
pace.
player. Chido is a better player. He's a proper
Nice
striker.
fan. What
He
up? What up,
knows.
nice fan?
He knows. Guys, like video, like the video.
Like the video,
You
guys.
know,
Please subscribe. Mm.
um, uh, um, Chido Obi is a better striker. He has better movement. He has the instinct to score. He smells danger in the box. He knows where to be and expect the ball. He makes chances from nothing.
Mm.
Um, uh, he's more likely to score in a game than Rasmus Højlund in three.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Let's just wait and see. Let's wait and see. I hope Rasmus Højlund leaves. I want him leaving Man United as
He's going
soon
to.
as possible.
He's going to score against Arsenal, but that shouldn't fool no one.
You're optimistic he's going to score against Arsenal.
No, I'm not optimistic he will score, but United will score a goal very
Uh-huh.
early on. And if Rasmus Højlund is the one who has started, then he will have to score.
You guy, man, you're not serious. You're already calling it.
Yeah.
But it will be incredible. It will be incredible. Let's wait and see how things turn around, or rather, how things turn up. Once again, guys, please do subscribe, turn on the notifications. Baleba, yes. Naishafan, as Naishafan says, Baleba is our destiny. He will be the face of football in a few years. That is why you
Oh
have to
my
get that
God,
deal
Naisha
done.
fan is back.
Yeah, I told you
I
he
should be
likes.
calling you Baleba fan.
Yeah, Baleba fan also works until we sign him. Yeah, I missed a lot of target in the transfer. Well, not in this transfer. Josh, have we this window?
No, we've not.
You
We
know, the
we
only people I
oh
signed for is
maybe the targets we the fans set out for the club, like
mm,
Richard Rios, like Javi Guerra. I mean,
but
the ones
the
the ones that United would have bought in the past because the media has written the most about them.
exact, yeah,
Those are
but
the
not
ones you
yet
might
yet
think
an
that we
official
missed
move.
out, but I
Yeah, yeah.
think there's been a deliberate effort by the manager and Ineos to bring in the players that he wants to bring in for his
Mm,
project. I think very early on last season when he did give that press conference and said that he's only going to have players come to the club who want to be at the club. He's not going to entertain any player who is coming to play certain competitions at the club in reference to a Victor that he was asked of. So for me, I think that Ruben Amorim knew even before the season ended that Victor Gyökeres was not coming to United if we don't win the Champions League. And for him, from that point on, he had made up his mind that I don't want to sign this player even if I win the Champions League, because he made up his mind that I want a player who wants to be at the club, not the player who would choose what competitions to participate in while he's at the club.
once again, guys, please do subscribe, turn on the notification. Haddad is asking what time is the conference, United press conference. I think it should be in the next an hour. Sorry, in the next 1 hour. I'm not really so certain, but somewhere around there. Ruben Amorim. I'm the biggest fan of
Our
Baleba.
game
I
is on
now officially
Sunday, so it could
no,
be
but
late.
it's no. You mean late today?
Yeah.
Well, I officially now support Cameroon. Cameroon. By the way, about
Yeah.
Baleba, I saw. Is it
I've been a
Hasler, the Brighton
Cameroonian
manager?
fan.
The
I've
Brighton
been a
manager. What's his name?
Cameroonian fan since the 2000s, so I'm in good books. Roger Miller. That was 1994, bro. Samuel
So
Eto'o,
you've been a
Desire
Nigerian
Job,
fan. You know the likes of Roberto. Is it what
Rigobert
do you call it?
Song.
Robert song and all that?
Yeah,
But no, please no.
yeah, Desire
Anyway,
Job.
Josh, there's you saw current Brighton manager Hasler today. Sorry if I
Yeah,
pronounced the name poorly. He
Fabian
said,
Hustler.
yeah, when they asked him about the situation about Baleba, he said again in his words, he said, "I'm very confident." Three times, very confident that Baleba will be staying at Brighton. But from what I understand, if managers say that, that means something
Guy is
big,
going. But the
something
guy is going.
you know. And I'm also very optimistic the guy is going. So I don't know how things are going to turn. Rather, I don't know how things are going
Oh
to
my
turn
God,
around
nice
or
Shafan.
turn up.
It's like nice Shafan is in that new Carrington building in the lobby. I mean, getting news of what's going on.
I record medicals by next Friday. Well, he's trying to pull that move you pulled last time when you said next after 4 days. Did
I
you say
know.
24? You said next
I
season.
just said like Tuesday.
Yeah, it's happening. And it happened with
Yeah.
Benjamin Shesko. So let's wait and see. Let's wait and see. Once again, guys, please do subscribe, turn on the notifications. Josh, your reservations about okay, your thoughts, sorry, about the game. How do you think we're coming in strong? I mean, in two minutes.
Yeah. I'm really excited to see what Ruben Amorim is going to do, and I think it's a very good opportunity for Ruben Amorim to play against Arsenal because Mikel Arteta is a tactically astute manager who will
Mm,
go for not losing a game than giving away all his chips. So he's going to look at the Manchester United setup of Ruben Amorim, and he's going. He right now he must be studying very many ways on how to break this Man United side, on how to expose this Man United side. And Ruben Amorim, if he's as witty as I think that he is, he should be actually looking for ways not to stop Arsenal from playing against us, but to make us stick, to make us do the things that we have to do right, that we actually get goals before it. One goal can change a game. If we
mm,
do score early, we do score a goal and things like that, the game can change. We can impose ourselves on the game. I know there will be definitely a spell that the other team takes over, and they push and stuff like that. But Ruben Amorim should be looking at winning the game with his style of football being dominant on that day. He shouldn't worry about Arsenal's midfielders, their attackers, and the things that Arsenal might do on the day. We should be just concerned of making sure that our style is the best in and out of possession. The wingers should work very well in and out of possession. The three at the back should work very well, and this two-man midfield should actually play for each other, and the communication should be so intense that we keep things very tight, because Arsenal can expose you. And Victor Yokeres
they have a
is a
very good
top
backline.
player. He's a top player, and these guys like to create chaos when they do these corner kicks and throw ins and stuff like that. So they might be looking for a goal in a set piece.
Yes, but let me ask you something. I mean, I'm looking at Arsenal's backline. I'm looking at their midfield now that they even have to be Mendy. They have Nogard. They have Odegaard. They have all those players. I'm also looking at their striking line. I mean, now you have Shesko. The goals, yes, they were scoring goals, but now they have a machine that can score goals.
I
What's
know.
stopping Arsenal from winning the EPL or the Champions League next? Okay, let me concentrate on EPL. What's stopping Arsenal from winning the EPL? Seriously, because those guys, I'm going to use this word.
Mentality,
They look
mentality,
old right now.
mentality.
You still think they have a poor mentality,
No,
or
they
they're not?
don't have a poor mentality, but maybe they're soft-hearted.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean, Mikel Arteta is not
Well,
that type of player, but
I
I
think he's
do think,
aggressive. He's
yeah,
aggressive,
he's
Josh.
very
He's
he's
winning
very
everything.
aggressive, and you can see that the aura caught on very early on with the rest of the team. But
Mm.
the what breaks the team is if you do finish 3 seasons without winning, it might
Yeah.
stop you in ways.
Once again, guys, please do subscribe, turn on the notification. It's Sports Jazz. Yeah, Josh will be back shortly. Naishafan says we have to play Keegan Ball in this game. We just need to outscore them. They score 4 goals and we score 5. We don't have a midfield, so we need to rely on our striking on our strike force. That is true. That's what I was trying to tell Josh earlier on. That if you look at their midfield right now, to be honest, I think Chelsea and Arsenal have the best midfield right now in the Premier League. And not forgetting, I know Liverpool has Gravenberch. They have the likes of McAllister. Then, um, sorry, Man City just signed this guy. Was it from AC Milan? What's his name? I'm forgetting the name. Then I don't even think Silva is really going to be part of everything next season. But if you look at Arsenal's midfield, I mean, Zubimendi he's a very, very good player. Declan Rice, he complements that team. And that's why they went, as just said, maybe me personally, I don't think he's worth the money that was paid, £100 million. But you can see why the manager insisted on bringing on Declan Rice. The same reason as to why I think United should break the bank for Caicedo, whether it's 100, 112, from what I see, if it's the maximum, if that's the whole package, get the player. You look at Caicedo, you look at Florian Wirtz, you look at all these midfielders, the Pogbas, we signed them last time. You look at Enzo Fernandez. These managers are spending a lot of money, on players who they think are going to improve the team. Now, if Amorim insists that Baleba is the man, United should break the bank and get Baleba. Now, back to what Nature Fan just said, I do agree with you. I don't think we have the midfield to contain off Arsenal's midfield, bro, because Ugarte, and remember we have two in the midfield. Ugarte and Casemiro, no. Ugarte and Fernandez, no. Ugarte and Kobe Mino, I don't know, no. Is it Mino and Casemiro, Mino and Fernandez? The other way, whichever way you want to say, whichever player you want to put in the midfield, I don't think we have enough force to take on those three midfielders in Zubimendi, Declan Rice, and Martin Odegaard. I think it's going to be a problem. So I do agree with Niger fan. They score, we score. They score, we score. You remember that Gegen press ball back then? Liverpool could beat you 7 goals to 5. They could beat you 4 goals to 3. A goal difference of just 2 or 1 or 3. But the end result was to score goals and win because they knew they didn't have a midfielder. The defense was a bit lacking until they started signing the likes of Van Dijk, all those players they brought on. So they had to make sure Firmino, they had to make sure Mohamed Salah, Sadio Mane score a goal. So I'm with Naishafan if he says we just need to outscore them because our midfield is no match to Arsenal's. And hopefully that turns around that way. Please do subscribe. Good to have you back, Josh. Of course, Adieri is very happy. He's flying in the air because Newcastle has already signed Jacob Ramsey, and that is a very, very good deal. He's a very good player.
I know. Yeah, it's a very good deal.
It's a good deal, but I still don't understand why no one is going in for Morgan Rogers. And Naishofan, tell me what you think about Morgan Rogers. That player is a good ball. He's a bowler, Josh. I'll take him anytime.
Yeah, but I think Morgan Rogers has just gone to Aston Villa.
Yeah, last season. Was it last season?
Yes, last season. Last season. So it becomes difficult for you. Yeah, it becomes difficult for you to do that deal.
Well, don't be shocked if
Spurs. Anyway, Carlos Baleba is also. Don't you see how difficult it is for us to get? Yeah, that's how difficult it is for us to get Carlos Baleba.
Yep. So the Savinho deal might also come through. Naishafan says, let's go with the long ball straight to Cisco and completely bypass their midfield. By the way, Josh, do you know?
But their midfield is not scary. I don't know. A midfield that has lost Thomas Partey.
Midfield. Yes, they've
Odegaard. So Odegaard and Zubimendi, and Declan Rice are the guys that are worrying you.
Josh, are you saying you're not worried about that midfield?
Nope.
What do you have in the midfield to compete against those guys?
No, actually, you see, I have explained to you. I am not going to give you two people that these are the midfielders. United plays with the ball and without the ball in so many different ways that the midfielders are not only the two that you see. We can have 3 or 4, or we can have a multitude of midfielders at a certain point because the team structure. The team structure just has to be right for you to see what I mean. But it's not about the two midfielders. If you talk about midfielders, you're going to look for players. You're going to look for a match that, okay, we have this and this. We are always going to be short on paper because our midfield will always have 2 players, okay? But a 3-4-3, it means you have 4 midfielders. These wingers at that point are midfielders. 4-3-2-1. The Diego Leon and Amad Diallo, they must be midfielders at that point. So you even have 3 players ahead, and Patrick Dogu. They have Patrick Dogu and Amad Diallo. You have an extra man in midfield, and they have only 3. You just have to understand how the formation is going to play out for you to know that you actually have midfielders. But the more you dwell on we don't have a midfield, you will not see the midfield because the paper will show you Bruno Fernandes and Carlos Baleba or Manu Ugarte and Kobe
we have
Mino.
A midfield.
Yeah, we do.
Come on, Josh.
Compared to Zubimendi and Odegaard.
And Declan Rice. Do we have a midfield?
Declan Rice is quite something.
Odegaard is also very good, Josh. I think Odegaard does what he's also good by the going forward. I think he does.
Yeah, and exactly. And I have Fernandes there, so he cancels him out.
He does what Fernandes, but
he cancels him out.
Declan Rice does, Josh.
Who's exactly now? Now I think you shall play with Manu Ugarte.
And Naisha fan is saying, but Josh, we don't have a midfield at all. Sad. I
We
do agree
do,
with
we do. Even when we get Carlos Baleba, you will say that because you
no,
will
no, no.
always look at your lineup with two midfielders.
No, I think
Believe
that's a
you
bit
me.
different if we get Baleba Josh. If we manage to get
How?
Baleba,
How is one more guy?
who Baleba? He's one more
Yes.
guy Josh who might change everything. You know, football. You take out one player, the whole thing is wrecked. You bring on one player who makes who makes an impression and changes everything. Excuse me. We've seen games where you bring on a player and the whole game changes. You lose or you win the game. You know, Naisha fan is insisting, Josh, I respect your knowledge, but our players can't compete the 3-4-3 system.
Can't implement.
Can't implement, sorry, the 3-4
Then
system.
where are we playing football anyway? Where are we even going to start the season? Because that's the system we're going to play.
Let's
These
give
are the
it time.
players that we have. So the
Let's
players that we do have, are actually adapting to this system of. You saw in the summer series that there was a semblance of unity and understanding on what the manager wants them to execute. It is not yet there, but they're trying to learn how to execute what the manager wants them to do on the pitch. We cannot deviate from that. We cannot deviate from that. And you said that the players that we have cannot implement it because he's bought players to actually make sure they can implement this. He has bought Patrick Dogu. He's already looked a bit decent in the preseason. He's bought Brani Mbumo and Matias Cunha in priority areas he thinks are very pivotal to his 3-4-3 formation. So, and he has gotten a striker, maybe not the striker that he would have wanted, but he has gotten a striker who is who has a lot of promise, and maybe he can get goals. When you see the way that we play, we don't have a problem defending. We don't have a problem defending. We don't. Our problem has never been conceding goals. At least even under Ruben Amorim when he was so poor, our problem was not conceding goals. I mean, yes, Onana gave away a few goals here and there, but our problems was scoring goals because we were creating these chances. So if we come on top of a team and we execute the instructions that have been given on that day, I think
Yeah.
we can get away with it because the
I
midfield will always be less
That's why I agree
unless
with
you
Nature Fan
understand the
when he
system.
says. That's why I agree with Nature Fan when he says, or that's why I agree with him when he says we just have to outscore them. Score well, I score. Score well, I score. Because right now I think we have one of the best strike force. You know, hate it or love it, like it or not. I'm only worried that Shasko might not start. He might not be match fit, but I'm telling you, boy, oh boy, if that guy is fit, if that giant is ready, you know, we are going to kill. We are going to bury teams. We are going to bury players. And I've seen, sorry, embarrassed defenders. I've seen people, by the way, from Arsenal. I've seen people from Liverpool as well, Josh, saying that Mbomo is not really a great deal. He is just a one-time thing, you know, that happened last season, scoring the 20 EPL goals. And I'm like, it's okay. EPL is about to start. In fact, it's starting tonight, you know, Liverpool versus Bournemouth. We are going to face you guys. You're going to see them play, and you'll have reservations on whatever you've been saying because I still think Cunha, Mbomo, and Shesko, once they gel, once they get that chemistry, Josh, once it's locked in, it's going to be amazing. And we are going to bury teams. We are going to bury defenders. Once again, guys, please do subscribe, 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 subscribe. Naishafan says, I don't see it. Josh, I saw a continuation of the same old football we had last year. I do agree. I do agree. And I hope that doesn't happen. I think with the 3-4-3 or 3-4-2-1 Naishafan, I think we just have to be a little bit more patient because I'm confident Amorim can implement if the players do what the manager asked them to do. Because we saw him go at join Braga when Braga was at its lowest in Portugal. Okay, picked them from the dirt. I think even won them a trophy. Went to Porto. He did the same thing. You get so. I'm really not sorry, not Porto, Sporting Lisbon. Sporting Lisbon, sorry. Went to Sporting Lisbon, won them a trophy that they hadn't won in many years. So, and still there were reservations, there were questions, there was that annoyance about his style of play, you know, the 3-4-2-1. But I think if you get the right players and they pick up what the manager is telling them to do, and they execute it so well, they will do well. Let me wait and see this season. I've seen flashes of that system during the preseason game, the Everton, West Ham, and Bournemouth matches. With the Everton game, I think we struggled because of the long balls. The only way to unlock this system, the only way to make it look weak, is the long balls. I think that's how Everton managed to shake us. But let's wait and see. Yes, I do. Mbeumo is quite a player. He's quite a player. But what if players don't want to play the system? I think they should leave. Any player. That's one of the reasons as why we are having the bomb squad cleared out. That's one of the reasons as why the Avengers, the freedom fighters, Sancho, Marcus Rashford, Garnacho are leaving. I also think it's unfair to say Tyrell Malacia and Anthony are part of the bomb squad because they are not. They really didn't disrespect the club in any way. But the reason as why they're being sold is because they cannot fit in Amorim's system. I think they really failed. You're not going to have Anthony play as your right wing back. You're not going to have him play as your right wing forward. I think they tried all that and it failed. But you can see when he went to Betis, a kind of different style of play, formation, he did so well. And I think it suits him. It suits him. I just don't like the gimmicks, the antiques, transfer, the silly things that Betis is doing, just trying to get another clean, straight, dry loan with the wages still covered by Man United. I don't know if they're suitors, they should come on and save us, because that is very silly from Betis. We are not falling around. Once again, guys, please do subscribe, turn on the notification. It's Post Jazz. Isaac, I am in the building. Josh will be joining us back shortly. Nashefan says I would have an open meeting and ask the whole squad what system do they want to play and feel comfortable playing as a system. I want players to be happy and play in the positions they want. Sinan, shout outs to you. Shout outs to you, Sinan. You're late to the party. Back to Nashefan. Again, I think this has already happened. Josh Nashefan is saying he would have an open meeting with the squad and ask them how they feel about how they feel and if they are comfortable with playing the 3-4-2-1. He's saying if he was Amorim, and I'm saying I think
that
he's already done that.
That would be the worst decision you can ever make as a football manager.
You're already giving them power over you.
Exactly.
They have to adapt to your system. They have to adapt.
Yes.
They have to adapt.
And footballers can adapt. For me, I actually don't see a problem with the system. I see a problem with the integration, the learning, the period of understanding what their roles are and what they're supposed to do. But as soon as players understand their responsibilities, I don't think that the system is a problem at all. Because I remember even last season, even this season, in certain games in the preseason, there were times during the game that we were playing a 4-4-2 during the game. There were times these things can happen in the game. And for me, I understand that Ruben Amorim sees it, because even when he was trying Mason Mount out, he kept Mason Mount dropping into the midfield to just add a body in the midfield, because he knows he does not have the athleticism with the two players in Kobe Mainoo and Ugarte, and yet he has a lot of athleticism in a player like Mason Mount. For me, I don't see a problem. I don't see a problem at all with the system. The system doesn't have a problem at all. Even if you were playing a 4-3-3 or 4-2-1, yeah.
You either adapt or leave. That's what I can say.
Yeah, you either adapt or leave. I mean, their players, the Marcus Rashfords, the whatever that guy's name is, Garnacho, they all didn't fit the style. They were not the proper 10s, and they had to leave. So
Shivam, shout out to you, Shivam. Please do subscribe. Shivam says fans are worried about Baleba. I worry about the system is not working. If Amorim can't start Shesko, Cunha, Mbeumo, Bruno, and Amad Diallo together, it's a complete failure. By the way, Josh, that is something to look at. If Amorim cannot start Shesko, Cunha, Mbeumo, Bruno, and Amad Diallo together, it's a...
But that's a no-brainer. That's a no-brainer. Those are the players. It's a no-brainer because they're the players that we have. And they're all...
saying if Baleba comes, maybe something might change. In fact, there are rumors that if Baleba joins, we might sell off Bruno next season.
Rubbish. Rubbish. Baleba is not half the player Bruno is. None of the players is half the player Bruno is. For me, I would sell Kobe Mino before I sell Bruno.
Why, Josh? By the way,
because Kobe Mino doesn't fit.
Yeah, he has.
No, he doesn't fit. He doesn't fit. Just like you see, you could like Garnacho. That Garnacho, he's this, he's that, but he was never going to play as an inside forward. He doesn't have the football intelligence to play as such. He wants to play in a very wide space where he can exploit that space and run at people like a headless chicken, even run into them. But the football brain to use nimble feet in tight spaces around players, he doesn't have that. He was never going to do it. So he had to leave.
Shama says, let's stop optimistic. Hi, Shama, please do subscribe. Yeah, but top clubs don't play Amorim systems. No, I think
they do.
Bayer Leverkusen under this guy that just
Xabi Alonso. And Real Madrid is playing that system too. Big clubs don't have to play a system for you to like it. Let me tell you one thing: the total Dutch football that Johan Cruyff took to La Masia and Barcelona. I mean, it started out playing in a 3-5-2 formation. He was always playing a 3-5-2 formation. It's just that football evolved, and the guys who played the game for long, they started to learn new things, and they started to play the 4-3-3. Ferguson, for the longest of time, was playing a 4-4-2, but towards the end of his career at United, he was playing a 4-3-3 formation. I mean, these are things that you have to adapt to make your side better. I mean, the 3-4-3 formation you're speaking of, the CEO of Bayer Leverkusen made it a point. Any manager who will ever come to Bayer Leverkusen for as long as I'm the CEO shall adapt this 3-4-3 formation. Even Eric Ten Hag today. Even Eric Ten Hag today is playing the 3-4-3.
Chelsea under Conte won the EPL trophy playing the same system.
Tuchel too.
You know, so guys, breaking news. Let me get to it. The interview has started, and I have very interesting. Let me put it up on screen. But real quick, Shivam says, I think Mount and Dallo will start ahead of Mbumo and Amadi. Well, that would be a mistake.
Yeah.
I don't like Dallo.
No, it wouldn't be. Mbumo is not. In my eyes, Mbumo is not really fit, and Mount is been good.
Then you rather have Fernandez play in Mbumo's place, okay? Then put another midfielder, right? Okay, maybe you rather have Mount playing in Mbumo's place, but
yes.
Once again, guys, please subscribe.
And why wouldn't Ahmad start? I know Ahmad has looked also shaky, but you start Ahmad. You always start Ahmad.
The interview started. Amorim press conference, not interview, but press conference, and he confirms Benjamin Sesko, Andre Onana are fit enough to play against Arsenal. He says on Sesko, he is ready, a big component in our league. Then he's really smart. Every detail he asks, he's always thinking. We will see if he starts, but it looks like the player is ready. And that really gives me good news, Josh, because I didn't want us to start with Rasmus Højlund again. I think
yeah. The boy is a great thinker. Actually, I've read a couple of things about him, and actually, I think he did give an interview, and he keeps telling you how he's been thinking about the things to do in his career. He's a guy who plays a game and goes back, looks at the mistakes, learns from the mistakes that he has made, and stuff like that. So that's maybe a characteristic that is very good for Ruben Amorim. I mean, he won't struggle too much. He's not like he's dealing with Garnacho.
Sinan, Garnacho is 1990 class, 120%.
He's just not Isaac, class.
Thanks, guys, watching from UG. Shout outs to you.
Shout out, Francisco Smith.
Nice fun. Are you saying the 3-4-3 is the optimal footballing system?
No, every manager, actually, to answer you, every manager adapts to a certain system that makes him tick. The one that he understands very well, the idea in his head that he understands very well that he can execute. If Sean Dyche comes and gives you a 4-4-2, you will want to have a 4-4-2 as your your ideal formation, because this is the best thing that he does. He knows this. He's nailed it down. Now, if a manager has nailed down a 3-5-2 formation, a 3-4-3 formation, for me, I think you call it you ask if it's the optimal footballing system for an attacking side. For an attacking side, the 3-4-3 formation is a very, very attack-minded formation. That is gotten. It was modified from the 3-5-2, where in England they call it 5 defenders, whereas in Netherlands it's 5 attackers.
There you go, Joe.
Yeah, I mean,
Nice,
because it
nice,
was
and
played
I would
at
love,
United, there was
nice, we would love to have you on the show. You have a go at it. I don't know whether you saw Paul, the Argentine guy. So you have. I
the
just said
Argentina guy.
the Argentina guy. It would be nice to have you on. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to your brother, Niger fan.
Shut us, shut us. But yeah, but it's a very valid
Baleba is
question,
on our way
because
to
you ask
Manchester.
yourself,
Yeah,
you ask
Stan says
yourself,
Baleba is on the way.
why play this system? But then the manager you chose is a manager whose idea has he has actually won trophies playing this way. He knows that I can win playing this way. I just have to do certain things, and he has often said that it is not really about the formation. It is about the idea sinking into the players' minds. Then the players are always very flexible to do these things.
Well, again, coming from United District on Amorim's press conference happening now, right now, Amorim confirms Lisandro Martinez, Mazarawi are out. They cannot play this game. Joshua Zirkzee and Andre Onana are recovering and are options. We will see Andre Onana.
Oh my God, we don't have a keeper.
That
We
name
don't
is
have a
coming.
keeper.
By the way, about Lamens, I just read somewhere that approximately 15, 20 minutes ago that Inter Milan have stepped into the mix. They want to sign him.
Bro, we don't have a keeper. Onana is injured. The other buying the guy can't do it.
No, he can't. Unless we
He
bring,
can't.
unless you're saying we bring Grandpa.
Grandpa should start, but grandpa will be pushed.
I
Yeah,
know.
grandpa
No,
will
not
be
push.
pushed out
They're
of
going
goal
to
during
stretch
corner
it. They're going
kicks.
to throw him angles, and he's going to. Who knows?
No, grandpa should start. Yo, Bainda. Actually, Bainda's best game in the United shirt was against Arsenal in that
So
FA
you
Cup.
think? So you think he should get the nod?
He's going to get the nod. I've remembered that. His best game in a United shirt was against Arsenal. He did
Well,
play well on the night.
Amarim still speaking on Shesko. He says, I can see Ben being a striker at this club for many years. That's why we paid a lot of money. He didn't have a lot of time training, but physically he is ready. That is Amarim still on Benjamin Shesko.
Yeah.
Excuse me. When asked about Gyökeres, he said that is a question for Mikel Arteta. Victor is in a different league. Victor is in a different league. Sporting Lisbon have good scouting because they live from the players they can buy and sell to survive. I think he's a very good player. Not surprised to see. Man,
Guy is such a good orator. He knows exactly.
Funny, irrelevant. Well, it's about Man United. You're asking about Gyökeres, but he has
because the guy, there's a link there. Sporting Lisbon, Gyökeres, Arsenal, United. You.
This is my favorite channel, guys. I learned from you guys. Okay, I'll give him 2 years. If we don't get UCL, then I want Hansi Flick. I don't think Hansi Flick, but I don't see him.
But Hansi Flick also has his detriments because that style of football that he plays at a high level. I mean, he has made
a risk.
Yes, a high risk game. Yes, and
like Amorim also sometimes
even Ten Hag played a high risk game, high risk, high reward. It's just that he never got rewarded ever. Oh, he did get rewarded in the league. In the FA Cup.
FA Cup, he won that.
And the Carabao
Community Shield. Is it Community Shield? Carabao, yeah.
Carabao.
Sorry, we promised best in class. Best in class means UCL. Sancho, ADF Rebo is on the way to Rome. That one is
I doubt that ADF Rebo will make it all the way. He might just jump ship.
He might turn up. You know his antics. He always puts up. So I really don't trust him. Anyway, yeah, the Amorim still, because the press conference is still ongoing on Bruno Fernandez. He says, let me put it up. It's good if we share everything together. It will be more fun. Sorry to put it
I
on
see
screen.
good things are happening. I see good
It's best
things
to sing that song
happening.
after we get a
Carlos
here we go.
Baleba is coming, bro. He's coming, bro.
I want Bruno near the ball, which is really important for our team. Now we have players with different characteristics who can cope with that. So we will try to manage the game by game, the players for the best position. Bro, I don't want you tinkering a lot. I know Amorim also likes to tinker. I just want you to put the players. Don't try to experiment bringing Boom of this side, then Cunha. Put Cunha where he's supposed to play. Put Mboimo where he's supposed to play. Or Mboimo. Put Shesko in front. Put the catalyst. eh, Put the chemist. Bruno Fernandes, the Portuguese magnific behind them.
Allow him to do his thing.
Allow him to do his thing, his magic. And I promise you, Amorim, we are going to have goals raining. Defenders are going to find a problem
And
next
Carlos
season.
Baleba is coming. Don't you
And
think,
Baleba,
you guys, don't you think that Ruben Amorim deliberately did the things that he did to make sure that United can go harder this
harder in
season?
what? Josh, I didn't get that question. Harder in terms of what?
Don't you think that Ruben Amorim did the things that he did last season to
Mhm.
see how poor that side
Uh,
was, and all of us to see how poor the side was, so
uh,
that they can
risking
learn?
relegation. No,
And
no.
no, there was we was never going to be
Uh, uh, uh,
relegated.
uh, uh, uh.
We
Once
was
again,
never
guys,
going to.
please.
Don't you see that we now start from a very good place because we hit rock bottom, so we can bounce. We
But
could not
look,
have
I'm really
bounced if we
optimistic.
didn't hit rock bottom.
I'm really
The
optimistic
only way
about
to
next
go
season.
is up.
Josh, I'm really optimistic about next. Yeah, the only way to go is up, but I'm really
Yo, me
optimistic
too,
about next
bro. I
season.
mean,
You know,
we are
by the
going
way,
to
Josh,
do things.
EPL prediction. What's your EPL prediction?
I already gave you mine yesterday, but
This is
it's
another DJ.
Chelsea. It's Chelsea.
Chelsea winning the
Um,
EPL. Mhm.
Chelsea, Liverpool, Man City, um, Arsenal, and United will fight
No,
for
no, no,
fourth
no,
place. I see good things are happening. I see it. Good
sometimes
things are
your
gonna
hate
happen, bro.
for Arsenal
Yeah.
makes makes your okay, makes whatever you say, your opinions about
No,
Arsenal
we
biased.
are going to fight for fourth place with Arsenal
Okay, mine is well. I'm happy.
because
Sinan,
Arsenal
I
finished
know what
second
Sinan
three
is going to
times
say.
in a row.
Sinan
Because
is
it
not here.
finished.
Sinan is going to say United will win.
Oh, the.
Look,
Sorry, man.
I would say Arsenal to win the trophy because I think they are stuck in every position. They have everything from the keeper, the defense, the midfield, and the strike force. So I'll have Arsenal. I would have Liverpool behind. I would have Chelsea number 3. I'll have Newcastle. Sorry, I would have Man City as number 4, and then United 7. That's my
Mhm.
prediction.
No, give me 6 and 5. 6 and 6. Who is 6? Who is 5? Who is 6? Because for United to be seventh, there are two teams that are better than United. And for me, I am going to first throw away your prediction, even
5,
if it is yours. Yes, who is 5 and 6?
5, 5. I still think Nottingham Forest is going to come strong. 5.
Okay.
Then 6, you're going to be surprised, but I think Crystal Palace are growing
Sunderland.
stronger. No, no, no. Sunderland can stay where they are. Crystal Palace
Bro,
are growing stronger. Just hold on, hold on, hold on. They have not yet sold any player. I understand Arsenal was in for Ebereze, Eze, but that cooled down a bit,
it
and
could
now
still
Spurs
be a
is
Spurs
back and
player.
in. Yeah, Spurs is into him, and looks like it could be advancing. But away from that, they still have McGahey, they still have Adam Watton, they still have all their players, and they're just buying. They won the FA last season. They beat one of the top teams. This season again, they beat Liverpool to win the Community Shield. You know that is a very good start. So I see them the you know, we did dark horses last season, sorry, before the beginning of last season, and we had Aston Villa, West Ham, and Crystal Palace, and look where Crystal Palace is. Was it Crystal Palace or Newcastle?
Yeah, but we had Aston Villa. We never had West Ham. West Ham had Julian Lopetegui. There's no way Lopetegui would be
So we
a
had
dark horse.
Newcastle
Yeah, Newcastle, Aston Villa, and yeah, Palace.
uh, and Crystal Palace, and look where Palace. We were not
But
wrong about Palace. They
yeah,
danced
but
well.
bro, let me tell you something. The dark horses of this season is Manchester United, and yeah, we're the biggest dark horses of this season because everyone has written us off because of where we finished last season. But for me, I don't think it's very important that we finish that way off. You can see the circumstances under which we finished in that position, the new manager and elaborate style of play and stuff that was happening at the club. All that is behind us now, and this is a new season. And the thing that I do believe that we can finish fourth this season is because all the 8 teams in the Premier League are going to be playing in Europe. I mean, the first 5 teams will be playing in
So
the
we have
Champions
time
League,
to recover
and
very well
the sixth team will be playing in the Europa. The seventh
in
team will be playing
Conference
in the
League.
Conference League. I mean,
Mhm.
we are only going to play in the domestic leagues, so I don't think that we are that bad aside to
Mm.
not manage our affairs playing only domestically to finish above a team like Nottingham Forest.
Once again, guys, please do subscribe, turn on the notifications. I do agree with you. I mean, we've already surprised everyone because we're written off, completely written off with how we performed considering how we performed last season. And they said no player, no top player would come to Man United. We are going to struggle. We are going to struggle when it comes to signing players and all that. And guess what, guys? Shut the fuck up. We already have Mbomo. We already have Cunha, who are the best, who were one of the best forwards last season in the Premier League. And on top of that, we have a young prospect who's going to be a top player at Man United in Benjamin Sesko, who turned down teams like Newcastle, teams like Barcelona. I think they've already made it clear they're disappointed that he chose United. He didn't wait for them because they thought he could be the replacement for Lewandowski. Then also turned down Newcastle. All these teams I'm talking about have Premier League. So once again, guys, I think I'm really happy with what we've signed. Let's wait and see. I'm optimistic. I really hope we get Baleba. Yeah, I hope we fly high next season. Please do subscribe, everyone. Please do subscribe. Before leaving, Sinan is saying something, George. He says Ten Hag was rewarded by signing a new contract, which was fully paid without its completion. Ten Hag ya tuba. Tinsu, you came late. Tinsu, we are
Oh, Tinsu,
leaving.
man.
Where have you been, man?
What up, bro? What up, bro?
We've been with
Hi, hi, hi,
Nigel.
hi,
We've
hi.
been with
I think
Sinan.
he's been making some bread, bro.
We've been with Shivan. We've been with Francisco. We've been with, I mean, everyone who Dre earlier on, Hadeli, then Adieri. Unfortunately, we're about to leave. But yes, he's asking, how are you? How is the situation of Baleba?
We
Well, from
good,
what I
bro. We good.
understand, a bid is imminent. Forget about what people are saying that United might come for him next season. A bid is imminent. Who knows? Maybe by Monday or even tomorrow. Let's wait and see. But something is going to come through. Sinan is giving his prediction, and this will be the last one. It's Manya. You see what I told you with Sinan. Sinan is not a realistic person. See what he's saying.
Yeah, 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 yeah. GGMU.
Once again, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. It's been a pleasure, man. We love you so all. Thank you for keeping the channel lively, the channel strong. Please do subscribe, get into the comment section, road to 5K subs. Share the link, guys. Subscribe. We love you all. Cheers. Glory, Man United, guys. Baleba is coming. When Baleba is coming, when Baleba comes through, I will ask Josh to give us the other, that funny song he always sings. Sports Jazz, please do subscribe. We are officially signing out, Josh and Isaac. Cheers.